Hi, Assalamualaikum. So today we would like to present about telecommunication layout for high-rise building. Building Mustaqim Qayyum and Masturhani. Communication is the transmission of signals over a distance for the purpose of communication. Electric wiring is used for the transmission of information, but very low voltage and current will separate the connection from main cable of electricity. Telephone is a telecommunication device that transmits and receives sounds, most commonly speech. Telephone acts as a device that carries voice signal and computer data signal. Telekom Malaysia is the company which provides the telephone services in Malaysia. A cable infrastructure for the telephone services has been installed by and which consists of telephone lines, exchanger, distribution frames and telephone cabinets, and also distribution points.
There are a few components of telecommunication. Firstly, private automatic branch exchange, or we call it as PABX. That allows making calls within the building or it connects to an outside line without having to go through a receptionist. Then, it helps reduce costs by cutting down the phone costs within the same building. Secondly, main exchange. Each telephone exchange serves a certain area of ready, depending on the number of consumers. There may be more than one telephone exchanger in one area. There are three functions of main exchange. First, service network, main control center, and lastly, supplies electricity to telephone. Component number 3 is cabinet. It is provided the termination of individual twisted pairs of telephone local loops for onward connection back to nearest telephone exchange. Then, it protects broadband connectivity equipment from the elements. Other than that, component number 4 is underground access cable. Telecommunications can be transmitted through underground cables. Data is transmitted from one point to another using cable laid underground. Lastly, subsidiary distribution frame, or we call as SDF room. It is to distribute telecommunication signals. There are to support network equipment and serve structured cabling to work area and the line equipment. Last but not least, vertical riser is also one of the component telecommunication. Primary conduit of a premise distribution system carrying voice, data and video from the point where those communications enter a building. It is for carry telephone cables that fitted to a cable tray in riser to various floors.
After that, I would like to present about telephone installation for high-rise building. To building, the MDF is located at the phone exchange and is connected to the testing point, which is stored in a cabinet. It is connected to the cabinet via the main cable through the main hole. For the second step, cabinet is the end for the main cable, where it starts at the MDF and passes through the cabinet. From the cabinet, it then connected to the SDF room via the underground cable, which lastly, the purpose of the SDF room is to distribute and accept incoming lines. It can be found on the first or ground floor. In building section, it is connected to the distribution box with a horizontal running cable and a vertical riser, which is a vertical passage that is enclosed by brick or concrete walls and is used to transport telephone lines to different levels. The cables were installed in a riser on a cable tray. Next, the cable connects to the switchboard PADX to switch call within the building or between outside telephone networks and operator from the SDF room.
First of all, there is three layouts on this side. For the first is grid layout. This method provides adequate flexibility for telephone supplies. A suitable spacing of the duct is 1.5 until 2.5 meter, but other spacing may be used depending upon the degree of flexibility requirement. And this layout is suitable for open plan office floor, and the cable is located underfloor through trunking. This layout is suitable for shopping complex. For the second layout is branching layout. This method uses a central feeder duct with branches to each window bay. The branches may either terminate just short of the wall or extend to wall outlet. This method provides reasonable flexibility for open plan office. more and economical because the cable can be tied directly to the telephone unit without any diversion. This method also used for partition office with the central feeder duct in the corridor. For the third layout is perimeter layout. This is an alternative to the branching layout and the cheapest method but does not provide the flexibility obtained by grid and branching layout. And the main feeder duct is located at 450mm from outside wall with short branches taken from junction box to wall outlet for telephone supply. This method is normally located at the internal perimeter of floor skirting, and this layout is easy to maintain and systematic and suitable for security of the building.
We choose Telecom Tower as a case study for telecommunications high-rise building. The distribution phase in this high building begins in this SDF room where the main cable from the authority Telecom is being connected straight to the MDF. And these buildings use the branching layout and the center feeder is connected directly to the telecommunication riser room. The floor plan of level 14 and 19 have two riser rooms in each side. The layout follows the branching method where the center feedback ducts with branches to each window bay. The SDF room that complements both the electrical and telecommunication wiring and the system were put together in this room for maintenance purpose. SDF function were put with the switch room for the better access and maintenance purpose.